All right, so let's start the Unit 2 Test 3 review. It's probably going to take a couple of videos. Let's start on page 1. This review is not in any particular order like the test is, so it's a good practice for the test. If you can do this review, you can do the test. I would work on it and by yourself first and do all the ones you know how to do. Then go check your answers, kind of grade it. If this was the test, how would you do? And you know what you need to study next, okay? So let me work through this in order. I think I put the review solutions up. If I didn't, I'll be doing that soon. All right. Write an equation. Write the equation, this equation, in slope-intercept form and graph it using three-word pairs. All right, so x minus y equals 4. Graph using 3 inverse 4. Well, you can't graph this. We need to move it around. All right, I have to get y by itself. So this is a -1 over a -1 is a 1. And this is a -4. Okay, so now I know that my slope is 1 and my b is -4. So I always start with b when I'm graphing. I go find -4. This is the same as 0, -4. Okay, and then I want to use the slope, which is up 1 over 1, to get to another point. Okay, you can do it a couple times if you want. That gets me a line straight through that way. Okay, and it says graph using 3 ordered pairs. So what's this one? This is 2, -2. This one is 4, 0. Okay. Sorry, can't quite read that. Okay. Find an ordered pair that is a solution to this equation. We didn't do much of that without the graph. I can't tell what's going on, though. I like to turn them around first, because then I can at least have a b, maybe. Plus 6. Okay, divided by 5. Y equals 1/5 x plus 6/5. All right, 1 point. It doesn't say anything about it. An ordered pair for this line would be what? What's your b? That's the b, okay? So that would be, what are b's? B's are 0 and then something. So nothing says you can't put that down as a line, okay? You don't have a graph to go find another one. So what I usually do is put in for x whatever the denominator is for the slope. So y would be, x would be 5. So if x was 5, think of those tables we did a while back. 0, 6 over 5. And then if x was 5, what's y? Well, let's see. If you put in a 5 for x, you're going to get something that's not right. Where's my key? Sorry. Hold on. Put a 5 in for x. What did I do? 5 over 1. Oh, it doesn't turn into a 0. It turns into a 1. Sorry. How do you add 1 to that? That would be 5 over 5 plus 6 over 5 equals 11 over 5. That's awful. 11 over 5. All right, what's another way to do that? Another way to do that is kind of a guess and check kind of way, which means put something in for x and see if you can get a whole number. Yeah, I don't like this one. Well, I mean, I've got two answers, but let's see. This would be 5 and 11 over 5. But if you were guessing and you put something in for x and something in for y and figure out how to get a 6, can't I put a 1 in here and get a 1 times 5 is 5? So I would need to put a negative 1 in here to get a positive 1. That would work. So another ordered pair would be negative 1 and 1. It'd be easier with graph paper, but you can still guess and check your way to that one. That one's hard because it's got equations. That's what I said. This is not in order. So if you get one that you get stuck on the test, make sure you just skip it and go to one that you know how to do. That one was kind of tough. All right, this one says identify 3 ordered pairs on the line. Give the equation of the line. State the slope and the y-intercept. Okay, what is this? This is the slope of what? This has a slope of 0 because it goes straight across, okay? Let's put that down there. What is its y-intercept? What is its b? What is right there? 0, 1. That's its b, okay? Well, all that means b. Not going to have an x-intercept. Right? Goes this way. Equation of the line. Well, what does that start with? When slopes are 0, doesn't exist, but 0, that means 0 is going to like this. And then what was b? B was a 1. So that's the same as y equals 1. Okay? This one says give the slope and the y-intercept of the line. Let me write this down. Plus 9y equals negative 2. Give the slope and the y-intercept. This is not in slope-intercept form. Let's move it. Lots of fractions. So that's slope, and that's the y-intercept of the line. Is that all I need? That's all I need. Okay. All right, number 5. Find the slope of each line. In the 5 graphs below, give your answers as integers or reduced fractions. If the line does not have a slope, write D and E. This does not have a slope. It goes up and down. That's all I need to do. How about this one? Let's see, find a point. There's a point right there. Now you can do the math and find another point, or you can do the rise over run thing. This is 0, 5. That's my B, right? And this is my negative 5, 1. I can count my way there. Let's do rise over run. All right, so rise up from this other point. Let me get this thing out of the way. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over. This is a positive line. It goes up the mountain, right? Positive. So 5 over 4. I can check this by doing the slope formula. 5 minus 1 over 0 minus a minus 5. That would give me 4 over 5. So either way, that's the slope for that one. All right, this one goes straight across. So its slope is 0, and you could just move on from there. What's the equation of this line, by the way? What's the equation of this line? X equals negative 1. This one is a y equals negative 2. All it wants is the slope, though. That's it. Sorry. Okay. This one, though, here's my B. 0, 4. Back over here. That one is a 1, 0. I can do the rise over run. Let's see. Up, 1, 2, 3. Wait, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and back. 1. So that would be a -4 is my slope. To check 4 minus 0 over 1 minus 0. Did I put the points on here right? I did. 4 minus 0 over, oops. If you're checking, you should do it right. 4 minus 0 over 0 minus 1. Okay, there we go. You can write the little x1, y1. Apparently I need to do that. x2, y2, 0. Okay. Because of the way I just wrote the x and the y, I should have done that first. 0 minus 4 over 1 minus 0 is the same thing as what I just did before a minute ago. So either way, you don't need to do it both ways, but it doesn't hurt to check anything. Right, there's a spot. That's my B. That is 0, 5. And I'm looking, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. So this one is -1, 3. So 1, 2 up and 1 over, and it's a positive slope, so 2 makes sense to me. Okay. Apparently I need practice on this other thing. Let's go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one is 0.1 and which one is 0.2. It comes out no matter what. 5 minus 3 over 0 minus a minus 1 is the same as 2 over 1. Okay, so the slope is 2. All right, this one says graph the equation of the, right here, graph the equation of the, okay, x is a minus 5. Minus 5s go this way, right? Identify 3 ordered pairs on the line. There's one there. What's that? -5, 0. How about that one there? That is -5, 3. And down on here, that would be -5, -3. Just picked any old 3 and identifying them. Done. That's the same amount of points as something else on those hard ones. So make sure, that's why I said try to make sure you're doing the easy ones first if you need to as a warm-up. All right, which quadrant? Label our quadrants. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. Which quadrant is -3, 2? Plot the point on the coordinate plane. There we go. It is in quadrant 2. Okay. Write the equation of a line containing the given pair. Find the slope. Write the equation of the line. Okay, so y1 to y2, -1 minus 4 over 0 minus a minus 5. -5 over, let me get my key out to make sure I'm not messing this up, 5, which is a -1. I have this pages in backwards. Okay, -1, that's true. And then it says write the equation of the line. So I need to go ahead and pick one point to put in my point slope formula. So let's see, y minus 4 equals -1 x minus a minus 5. Okay, remember your points. So this one was m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus y, x2. And this one was y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. You need to know that, please, for the test. That's a +5. Y equals -x minus 1. Done. Probably should put that was the slope. Find the slope. So that's one of my answers right there, and that's the equation of the line there. This one says write an equation for the graph. Okay, there's my b. I need that. B equals 4. That ordered pair is 0, 4. Okay, so write the equation of the line. Y equals some sort of slope. I need to come up with that. Plus 4. I know that so far. All right, where's another dot? Right here's another dot. So this is up to and over 1. Up to and over 1. Up to and over 1 is a 2. That's done. That was easy, right? Okay. This one says find the equation of a line that has a slope of 3, and it says a slope. So this number is a 3, and b equals 2. Where's 2? There's my b. Use the rise over run to get another point. So if it's 3, it'd be up 3 over 1. You can go down 3 and back. Down 3 and back. You only need 2 of those. Find the equation of line. Write your answer in slope. Right. Oh. Find the equation of the line. So it wants me to write that. There you go. It should say end graph. Did I do that one? I did that one. Let's do this one. Find the slope. That's all it says. x1, y1, x2, y2, 5 minus a minus 5 over negative 4. Hang on. Don't do it too fast. 4. 5 minus a minus 4, negative 7. Negative 7 minus a minus 7. Lots of minuses. Whew. So this is 5 plus 4. This is negative 7. I really want to make it a 5. Negative 7 plus 7. So that makes it a 0. That makes it a 9. That does not exist. Not a 0. If you get this as an answer and then write it as a 0, it's half off. So don't do that. How much more is this? I need to... Oh no, keep going. Okay, so 12. Find the slope. X1, Y1, X2, Y2, negative 11 minus a 1 over negative 3 minus a minus 1 is a negative 12 over negative 3 plus 1, which is negative 2, which is a positive 6, I believe. Let me get what happened to the paper? I don't have the page. Yes, okay. So that's a 6. The other one is 0 minus 2 over 18 minus 6 negative 1, 6, which is the following is true. They are perpendicular to each other because they are opposite signs. One's positive, one's negative, and they're reciprocal. Okay. Okay, so all this means is that they want you to put negative 2 in for x into this equation here. I don't know if I can shove it in this little tiny hole right here, but I'm not going to. Let's go over here. So A says we want to put negative 1/2 times a negative 2. Oops. Plus 2. All right, so this would be y equals negative times negative is a positive, 2 over 2. This equals a positive 2 over 2, which is a 1 plus 2. So y equals 3 when x is 2. So here the answer is negative 2, 3. Negative 2, 3. Right there. Okay. All right. B says put in a negative 1. This is going to be a negative times negative is a positive. It's going to be a positive 1/2 plus a 2 is y equals. You can go with 2.5 for these. Because it's a little hard to graph 5/2. So that'd be the one time I would say you should do some decimally things. So let's see, negative 1, 2.5 is kind of like right there. Okay. All right. If x is 0, then this whole thing goes away, and the answer is 2. So 0, 2, 0, 2. So we're keeping an eye on the line, make sure that all our points are making a straight line, because if they're not, we're messing something up. So if you put in a 1 for x, this is a half, a negative half, plus a 2, negative half plus a 2 is 1.5. So 1, 1.5, 1.5. Do your best to put that on there. Okay, and then if it's a 2, this is negative 1 times 2 is 2, negative 2 over 2, which is a negative 1 plus 2. So y would equal a 1. If x was a 2, then y would be a 1. And that makes sense right here. You can almost have figured out what it would be just by making that line. Okay. Point the points. Oh, an easy one. Okay, 0, negative 2 is there. Please write it next to it. Negative 3, 0 is there. Negative 5, positive 5, that's there. These will not make a line, okay? 5, 1. We're just putting points on there. Done. Okay. Find an equation that goes through the line. How many more are there? Let me put this in another video.